What up? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Public Enemies. Public Enemies is a 2009 film. It's rated R and it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. Directed by Micheal Mann. The director has a lot of crazy movies that are on my watch list, and seeing that he's directing or has some sort of role in these makings of these films, I'm like, wow, this guy has a lot of bangers. He was involved in the movie Collateral, which was with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. Very hilarious as well that he worked on the movie Ali with Will Smith. And this guy right here, knowing that he worked on Heat, not surprised on what I ended up seeing. So Public Enemies is starring Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is playing John Dillinger. It's based on a true story role. John Dillinger is on the run from the feds because in the 1930s, this dude is going on a crazy crime spree, stealing money from banks and doing a lot of other stuff that is basically getting the attention and eyes of the FBI. Very notorious gangster. I don't know too much about John Dillinger, but this movie is like a cat and mouse game where the FBI is chasing this guy, where he's making a lot of these cops and a lot of these feds and FBI people look foolish. Very astonished that this is actually a real story. The surrounding characters in this movie are also notorious gangsters as well. This movie, we're more focusing on John Dillinger's character while the feds are after him. Seeing all these other notorious gangsters during this 1930s era, wow, just straight wow. This is like me walking into a museum and seeing a lot of pictures on the wall of what actually happened. A lot of stuff in here where you actually do want to go and get more insight on this person. Very famous for a lot of the crime he was doing, so very insane. This cast is absolutely wild as well. Also a couple actors in here that I'm watching on TV shows. Tulsa King, there's a character in there named Chicky who is played by Dominic Lombardozzi. He plays a character in here, Gilbert Katina. Wild to see him in this movie, especially in this year 2009. Very crazy that he was doing his thing during this time as well. Known for being in a lot of other mafia movies, but this movie has a lot of other actors who've been involved in other mafia shows or mafia movies. Shout out to him being involved in this one. Stephen Graham plays Babyface Nelson. He's an Irishman, so shout out to him being in another movie that I've seen. He did a great job in this movie. Since we're talking about him, he does have a good amount of screen time. Really cool how this movie, you can really distinguish who's who, and I like how this actor who's been in other mafia movies really showed that he properly knows how to put that performance out. Going to the main actors, now we have Johnny Depp. I think this role was absolutely perfect for him, for a person who's never heard of this story. I really like how you really knew in that era what this John Dillinger person is dealing with. I really enjoyed that Johnny Depp really has a straightforward attitude, and you gotta shout out to the camera direction and the editing for a lot of the stuff that they were doing with Johnny Depp in here. Acting wise, he's gonna bring you in. Acting wise, he's gonna show a lot of stuff in here where it gets your heart racing. As good as this movie is with build up and telling the story in general, Johnny Depp is one of those characters in here where you do not mind this movie just focusing on him straightforward. This movie did a really good job on showing other characters to add that mafia feel, that add that gangster feel to the 1930s. A lot of the stuff is visually amazing to see. Really like how you're not confused in any setting you're in. You really understand where you're at. The script was great. Johnny Depp, the look was awesome. He's just showcasing his acting skills. Absolutely killed it. Handling this character really shows that he has dedication and understands what he's trying to put out to an audience so they can understand this story. Very cool how with this character you can see how he took advantage of a lot of stuff during that time. I really did like the love angles in this movie because it wasn't something that made it kind of off to the story. This lady was somebody that at the back of his mind really cared about. The lines for him meeting her, you know, his lady in this movie, I really thought that it was that era vibe. Conversations with her, just like his bank robberies, very quick. A lot of the stuff in this movie was something that you did want to see. Very cool that this movie was my introduction to John Dillinger, and I really absolutely love this whole flow. Micheal Mann's directing style in this movie, especially the cinematography, the angles, the editing, just awesome to see. Just that's the way I would put it. Location wise, especially during shootouts, are from the actual place. If you see a lodge scene, that was the actual place. The scene where he breaks out of jail, that set was designed, literally replicated just like the jail was at that time, but in the same area. Christian Bale plays the character Melvin Purvis. He's the FBI FBI on the chase to capture John Dillinger. I like how in this movie it gave his character room to shine. I really like how the pacing and the balance of seeing the FBI chase Dillinger. You did get involved with how the FBI was feeling. Christian Bale as Melvin Purvis, another role that I thought he knocked it out of the park. This was a very strong performance by him. The look was great. The lines and how he was presenting it was all on point. Really gave it that era vibe. If you haven't seen this movie, I think you should watch it ASAP. There's a lot of guns in here that you see in this movie. It gives it kind of like a video game feel. The cars too. This movie did a good job on showing the cars, where I was just like, whoa. The music was great as well. Really good time placement for a lot of the build-up. After my watching the movie Public Enemies out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. So that's my movie review for the movie Public Enemies. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.